Hello all. Thanks for joining the second session, and very good morning for all of you. And I hope you have gone through the first demo session. Okay. Now, please confirm I'm audible to everyone, right? Yeah. Thank you. What mean from yesterday class, what we learn is kernel is one of the driver who pass the human instructions to the operating system to the hardware, right? So, and what's the difference between the 32-bit and 64-bit means in 32-bit we are going to pass the 32 it process 32 bytes zeros or ones or combination of both in 32-bit. In 64-bit, it process 64 zeros or 64 ones or combination of both. It will transfer per milliseconds. Okay, so that's the difference. And 32-bit, we are having 4 GB of RAM limitation, and 4 GB we don't have any RAM limitation, and it all depends upon the operating system as well. So these are the two differences, and these are the two interview questions you might get in the L1 interview. Okay, and this is what what is SQL Server and what is MS SQL Server. This is where we stopped at yesterday, right? Now, now my question is for all of you: is that only MS SQL Server RDBS product exist in the market? No. Yes, please. No, right? There are so many RDBMS products. What are they? Oracle, SQL Server, IBM DB2, MySQL, Supriya, Ingress, MoltaDB, Amazon Cloud DB. Nowadays, Azure Cosmos DB, which is no SQL database from Azure. These many RDBMS servers are there in the market, but still Microsoft SQL Server is the leader in the traditional DBMS market. I'm not saying that. Okay, why? Because Arsha is saying this course. That's the reason he's saying that market leader. It's not like that. So, how many of you? Before I will tell it, you know. Okay, these are the so who are the parent companies for all these products? That is the one of the question. I am saying the Oracle, IBM to MySQL. Who are their owners? Here I'm having a huge list who are the owners, and um, now MS SQL Server is the name itself saying the owner is Microsoft. Oracle for Oracle, IBM DB2 is IBM only. MySQL is acquired by the Oracle Corporation. Okay, Sybase now is acquired. Sybase is separate individual company. Now it is acquired by the SAP. Teradata. MongoDB. Postgres is the open source RDBMS product. It was supported by development by the global development community group. Now there have been commercial softwares as well from various third party and various third parties for Postgres end. So R base is from R, MariaDB is from R, Google Cloud SQL is from Google, Firebird is for Firebird Foundation. All these are DBMS servers and their respective owners. Okay. Now, you tell me, we have completed recently 2004 election, right? So before pressing the votes anything in the TV, what we used to get pre-poll results. After elections completed, what we used to get in the TV, exit polls, right? Yes or no? Yes, so the same thing. Once the year completed, there is one survey companies are there in the that's a busy politics. Okay, that's a different. And now we have survey companies. Okay, who do business? Which one is famous for which product? Which one is we have various companies. That company we call it as a Gartner report. Gartner. Okay, generally we call it as what is a Gartner report for the RDMS. Who is going to tell who is the number one in the market? Who are the leaders are who are having dominating this space? That is we used to tell as a Gartner report. So open Google here. Go to Google now. Gartner. So you just Gartner report. So this is the company who is going to tell which who are the leaders in their specific domain. It will tell for everything, not only for SQL Server or for everything. Okay, so if you want, for example, you 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 are looking for a product and there are various number of choices, or you don't know which what is the best choice. I will let you know one thing. For example, I want to go eat a chicken biryani kind of stuff and I search for in Google. So what you will do, there are number of options that will be there. What you will do, you will see the ratings and the user comments or not. Yes or no? The same thing, some organizations will use these Gartner reports, okay, to purchase their products as well. Okay, just like that review kind of stuff. So if you want to have the latest reports, you have to pay the money. Okay, so once year completed, for example, how what is the year that is running currently? It is 2014, right? 24, right? So if you want a 2024 report, it has to get complete. Okay, so up to 2023 reports are available from the Gartner end. But if you want to access that, you need to pay the money. Okay, I'm right now what I'm showing here is the like who is number one in database market. Okay, in the year of 2015. Who is that? Uh, are you able to see my screen right here? Yeah. So here, who is the leader? Microsoft. Second is, yeah, Markle. What is the year? 2015, right? So now if you see here, okay, now 2016 also, who is the leader? Microsoft Oracle. Okay, and remaining dominating players are SAP, Amazon and IBM. Okay, so this report is from also 2016. If I see this market, right? So this is like in the cloud market in the year of 2021. Okay, Amazon is playing Amazon clouds. This is not for DBMS. This is for cloud. I didn't got the report. I didn't get that DBMS market report. I just want to show you that cloud as well. That's the reason I placed this screenshot here. So in the cloud market, Amazon is having high than Microsoft, but Amazon and Microsoft is having a tough competition between of them. But Microsoft is having huge number of potentials in the category of data centers. Okay, but customer end Amazon is more is in top end. This is for the cloud DBMS market in the year of 2021. Okay, so now coming to code names, sir. Everybody will have some nicknames, yes or no? Okay, so for example, your name is Raghuveer and you call in some in your home only you will call like some name with call Pandu, Apple or Raghu. Such short names and code names will be there. For that, the same SQL Server also for same kind of stuff only. SQL the same thing has been applied to SQL Server as well. Okay, sir, is that so important to learn the code names? So absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is for only for reference purpose only. For example, Ram Charan is going to do a movie, so name has not yet declared. What we used to call it RC24, RC25, right? Just what we used to call that working titles. Yes or no? Hello? Yes, working titles. Sometimes working titles also become a main titles. So now these are just like code names. What development phase wise, Microsoft put some names, and these names are will change. If you see here, 2019 it is like Aris, right? Now if I go here, like SQL Server patches, I will show you one thing. I'm going to this website. So here, what is the what is the code name for 2019 here? Can anyone? Harris, right? Harris. Yeah. Now what is the code name here? See, previously it was Harris. Now it was Seattle, right? So code names are not that much of important. Okay, so just for reference purpose. Okay, and what is the code name for 2022? Dallas, right? So yeah, so these are the just code names for just for informative purpose only. I'm saying this is not that much of important. Nobody will ever ask what is the code name for 2016 to there is no code name for 2016 here. Okay, just for information purpose. Okay, now sir, I will take one example of real time. Uh, how many of you having car? Okay, I will take one more example. Maruti is right. Maruti Suzuki is a company, right? Yes or no? So Maruti Suzuki will sell one car. Will a car is the only product that will sell by the company? Hello? Uh, no, that's bike also. After a car, bike after that, various components, internal components will be there, right? I mean to say, they will create a ecosystem. Okay, for example, if I go to DMart for to purchase only groceries, okay, nowadays when I went to the DMart nearby, which is nearby my home, there is like vegetables is also there, groceries also there, sanitary items also, everything is there in the DMart. So they have created one ecosystem. Once the customer enter, the customer should not go to the another shop for some product. That we used to call it as a ecosystem. Yes or no? Yeah. So now SQL Server is like one like ecosystem. Okay. So what are the that ecosystem we are having? Here is mainly SQL Server mean tightly integrated with these three products. One is reporting services, analysis services, and integration services. Okay, these are like integrated. SQL Server is like ecosystem, and Microsoft is also one like ecosystem. If I go with the ecosystem here, see how many products are there. See, this is one sample example. Okay, so now you tell me, if I take the Microsoft operating system is also there, server operating system is also there, Office, my MS Office is there. Okay, and see database product is there, monitoring product which is SCOM, SSCM, Azure. So many are. I mean, I cannot go to another. I cannot think about another company as well. Yes or no? Yeah. So the same thing they have created ecosystem. Okay, in the Oracle also, if you install Oracle software, that's good. For to take the backup, we have separate packages are that are available for or in the Oracle as well. So these many cloud applications are there from Oracle. They created the ecosystem. So once the customer enter into this product, so I mean they will not allow you to go further. Why? Because they have provided n number of options to you. Okay, now uh, now what is the question is like how the data got stored in the earlier times. Sir, now we are going back very old age. So now ancient man. Okay, now how the ancient man save the data here is in the caves they used to draw some paintings with the animal blood, right? Yes or no? So after Asian mans, we have some Vedas, and how Vedas was written in the trees leaves, they have written yes or no. Okay. So after that, paper got invented. After that, so many things got evolved. Okay. So this is the what you are seeing in the right screen. I'm little bit zooming here. So what you are seeing here is like evolution. Cave paintings, tally sticks, paper, printing, punch card, magnetics, flappies, CD, DVDs. This is how the evolution got evoluted in the terms of storage. Okay. So finally, what is the latest thing? SSD hard disk. Okay. SSD hard disk with NVMe. Okay. Now I will try to simplify this. Is this screen looks good? Punch card, magnetic tape, remove hard drive. Floppy disk is it's very old dated. Okay, CD-ROM. After that, DVD we got. With that, SD card is also outdated. Nowadays, pen drive is also got outdated. Now, remove a hard disk with SSD, and now Google storage or cloud storage. This is how the storage systems got evolved. But what about that Microsoft? So Microsoft to, for example, what whenever we used to store the data, we have to retrieve that, right? So first, not only like storage, we are talking about. We are also talking the storage evolution system from Microsoft end as well. So first we have a notepad. So this is we used to call as a flat file. If I see open here, and like I will tell like student name, like student ID. Okay, like student name is Arshan, student name is like see, I can store the data, but there is a chance of duplicates or not. There is a chance of like there is very hard to retrieve this data. Yes or no? Yeah. So there is chance of duplicate. So there is no proper formatting in the flat files. And for example, if I want to search here, so where is the search here? See, searching also it is very getting difficult for me. Yeah, fine. See, there is a direction is also up and down. If I wherever I place the cursor, right? If I go edition, I need to first select up or I need to select down. So this is like somewhat bit disturbance are there in the saving the data in no flat file and retrieving that. After that, what we used to get word file, word processors. So now we in this what happened? We can save the data and we can search the data, we can delete and we can maintain the data in the proper format. But what is the limitation that we are having? We cannot what I mean to say like here. I cannot store more data in this. Why? Because if the data limitation cross 10 MB, it will take huge time to get open. Sometimes it will not get open. After that, what will happen? Access. Whenever you install MS Office, what we used to get by default, generally, okay, I'm talking about whenever we install any especially MS Office, as a guy, what we used to look, either Word is opening or not, Excel is opening or not, Outlook, Outlook. By default, these three products we regularly use in the company in the real time, generally. But but by default, whenever you install Outlook Office, you also get MS Access. This is also one RDBMS product, not that fully, but partially. So how in this also, but it doesn't support client support architecture. Okay. So now access I will open. I think I didn't selected while installing. I think so. Just wait and I will. Mhm. I didn't install. Okay. Uh, so we have option, okay, to select. Also, sir, these are also some limitations. Why? Because I will let you know in the differences between the DBMS and RDBMS. So once these are like evolution. First, we invented one thing based on the output and the limitations, and we are going to develop another product based on the limitations, and we are going to develop another product size. So these are all like evolutions. So finally, SQL Server was the finalist product. Okay, and now we are talking about the DBMS and RDBMS. This is one of the L1 interview question which you might get in the first round or you might get in the managerial round. So this question will ask only for to test how good you are at internals. Okay, this is one of the L1 interview questions. Now DBMS stands for Database Management System. What is mean by any software who is helping us to store the data and to helping us to retrieve the data, that we call it as a DBMS. Okay. RDBMS stands for they both only. The next extended version of DBMS we call it as a the RDBMS. In the R stands for relational data. Data means the data has to be appeared or presented in the rows and columns, and there we have to form the relationships. Okay, so there is in the DBMS there is role in row relationship between the tables. In the RDBMS we have a relation. uh, Now I will have one question for you guys. I'm having two systems. I'm going to install MS Office in this system, and I have shared file to another system where there is no MS Office install. Can I open that file in that system? Cannot open. Why? Because it doesn't support client. Wherever you install that software, on that machine only you have to use. That's one of the limitation. But but coming to RDBMS, sir, I have installed SQL Server in my machine. Are you able to connect from remote machines or not? Yes, yes, you can connect, right? So this supports server and client architecture. So now, if I create a file, okay, if I create a file and left it on desktop, anybody who can access this desktop can have that can have access to the data. But especially if you want to connect RDBMS, what you want? You want instance level login, you want in database level user permission, or you want table level, schema level permission. We have various levels of security in our DBMS. So in table in Excel, if you open Excel sheet, each table is separated, and here there is no. For example, in simple thing, I am opening one Excel sheet here. So this is one table. Consider this as like one table. Here this is as one table. These tables are individuals, not as a group. Okay, but whereas in this thing at DBMS, we have instance, under instance we have databases, under databases we have schemas, and schemas are grouped into tables. So we have certain way of grouping, and DBMS satisfy few rules of EF card. We will see the upcoming in the 2 minutes who is F card and everything. So DBMS process, guys, how many of you open the Excel sheet which is more than 50 MB? The data size is 50 MB. Are you able to open that 50 MB date Excel sheet? Will it open speed or it will not open? What your comments on that? So okay, yeah, it will. I will agree with it will open, but it will take time or not. Oh, okay. Now it was increased to 2 GB. Now, so yeah, but it will open. But when the size keep on increases, it is very hard to open or to work with that files. Yes or no? Oh yeah, so that's what. Now here at DBMS, whenever I'm opening Excel sheet here, I'm writing something, okay, and I'm saving. Now the data is storing as a file, not as a table, right? But in the RDBMS, it is storing the data in the form of tables. So we can perform acid. What is meant by acid here is in the level 3 we are going to see the what is acid, okay? So now, what is the best example for the DBMS is MS Access. For RDBMS, obviously we will take SQL only. Why? Because we are working, so somewhat we have to give the preference to our MS SQL. So SQL and Oracle, all these are like um, RDBM comes under RDBMS products. Sir, where we are going to install our SQL Server? On the hard directly we can install on the hardware, or directly on the top of the operating system where we can install. See, now can I tell that my SQL server is depending in the operating system? Yes or no? Yeah. Now, where I can install the operating system? On top of another operating system or on top of the hardware? What's your statement? I- uh, Nowadays it's up, but both are right only. I will let you know later. Okay, basically in general, we are going to install the soft OS operating system on top of the bare metal. Yes or no? So who introduced that computer and everything? Who is the father of the computers? Hello? So we are fathers, right? Okay, who means father means who give the thoughts, who give the ideas. Okay, who is the father of computer means Charles Babbage is the person who invented and who give the thoughts for the computer. Now computer DBMS, Charles Bachman is the person who developed the ideas for the DBMS or who give thoughts for the DBMS. Okay, after the DBMS, there is a Edger F card. In simple term, we used to call it as a EF card. Have you seen here that, right? So here DBMS may satisfy EF few rules of EF card. That person is this only. Okay, he is the father for the RDBMS. So in general you might get one question, who is the father of RDBMS? You don't get these questions. These are like internals, very basic L1 interview questions. Okay, hello. Yeah. So he's the father who proposed the rules. For example, guys, I have a software, I have developed a software. Now I am calling it is a RDBMS software. Is it qualified to be call it as a RDBMS product? How I can say this is the fully qualified RDBMS product? So for that if a product, a software database product is to be called as RDBMS, then it must and should follow the EF card rules. Okay. What are the rules? EF card, that person has proposed 12 rules which starts from 0. 0 means how many? 13. Okay, so just 0 to 12. Okay, now what we'll do, we will see that. So nobody will ask you what are the rules. Okay, and who is that? Just for information purpose, you just listen the story after all. Okay, just remember one or two, that's enough. Okay, there is a person with the name of EF card who has given the rules from 0 to 12. Okay, so if a software followed any if these 12 rules, then it is call it as a RDBMS. What is that rule? Foundation rule number 0. Okay, it must be explicit data presentation should be uses tables and columns. Or are we are we inserting the data in the rows and columns, right, in the table format only, right? Yes or no? Means we are using I mean SQL Server is using this rule. Rule number 2 is informational rule. All data, its logical level and physical level, it's exactly in way. See, we are short, however we are inserting the data, that's the same way it is going to store in the low level as well. Okay, we are able to short the data. Yeah, so SQL Server satisfy this rule. Every data has to be accessed by its name, by its column, or combination of both. Yes, we are going to see. I can retrieve the data, right? Select star from table name where column ID is equal to 1. Okay, so like that we can access the rules. So guarantee access is also satisfied for SQL Server. Systematic treatments of nulls. How your RDBMS treating is null value. For example, for example, in SQL Server, nulls are treated very specially. In the table, for example, I am having ID, name, like one table ID is equal to here null 2, something called Harsha 3 null. Like this, I am having data. So if uh, null means, what is mean by null in SQL Server? Null means missing value, unknown object, and you cannot compare one value with another null value. So we have special functions are there to treat the null values. What is null and collapse. So we will talk that later. So we are treating the null values in separate category. So this is also satisfying. And are we maintaining the data about the data metadata? Yes, we are maintaining the metadata as well in the relational format. If you go to the statistics status, if it is going to maintain in the relation for RDBMS, internally it is maintained like that only. So it is also satisfying the rules up to 4, up to 5 it has been following. Now that handle data definition and language or data. See, now SQL Server, see, SQL Server further divided into these many languages, sub languages: data quality language, which will work with select command, DDL, DML, and TSQL and DCL. So this is what it is saying like that. So we have separate sub languages are there to deal how with the data. See, this is also we are satisfying. Now any view that is theoretically updated should be updated by the system. So this is partially updated for certain material kinds of views or something like that are there. So this is partially following that. And the RDBMS product uh, sorry should have support of high level insert, update and deletes. Yes, we can do that bulk inserts or set based operations. And for example, coming to physical and data independency, my data is in D drive, my log file is in another drive, and application is connected to the SQL server. Does application want to know where my data stored anything? Doesn't mean that, right? It's my problem. It's my SQL server problem. So no need to change anything. Okay, wherever you just connected to the SQL server and remaining take care, everything will take care by the SQL server itself. See, there is no much so much independence. Wherever you keep that physical or logical doesn't matter. But coming to logical, if you, for example, I will let you know, there is a table, select star from Harsha or something like that, and you have doing some modifications, logical schemas and everything. Select star from, right, DBO dot Harsha something, and you are changing the schema level. You are changing to something else like prod. So if you do these of uh, these kind of logical changes, these changes are not aware by the application. Okay, this will have some dependency. So that's the reason it will follow some schema. It will partially follow this rule and this rule. Okay, now integrity constraints are separately application or programming. Yes, in SQL server also we are having so many integrity commands. What are they? What are the can you say any one integrity commands? There are many. Okay, integrity constraints. What are they? One is simple thing, primary key. Uh, yes. What? Yeah, very good. Yeah. What the primary key will do? It will for yeah, it will not. Yes, exactly. Good man. Okay, so that's a no. So all these rules we no need to get from the application. We can do that from our end as well. Okay. Now distribution dependency. I can have a data in separate multiple locations where the application no need to anything. So for example, distributed queries are there, linked service are there. I am connecting to the SQL server. Okay, and there is another linked server is there. Does application know this is not the server? Okay, once I connected to the main server, that server will fetch the another server data through the servers and whatever it could be. Okay, so finally we are satisfying that rule number 11 called distribution independence. And the system will not allow the data access or manipulated bypass it relation integrity here. SQL server will not allow manipulated the integrity constraints by any system. Okay, if you try to do it straightforward, it will give the error. For example, uh, this is that consider this is the table. I'm already having entry called id. If I try to enter one sorry, here I'm if I try to enter one here by any program or whatever it could be straightforward, it will say the record you are trying is already exist in the table. Okay, other first you change the record, or otherwise you can remove the constraint. It straightforward, it will say prompt the error. Okay, now final note of that EF card rules. SQL Server satisfied 12 rules, all 12 rules with two or some practical limitations and some variations. Okay, now you tell me, SQL Server can be call it as a RDBMS product or not based on the EF card rules. Yes, we can. So now you can go in the market, like if any product is calling as a RDBMS product, you have to make sure that that software is following all these rules or not. Okay, so you no need to remember all of this. You just remember few things what I am saying right now. EF card is a person who is, we are calling it as a father of RDBMS, who has given thoughts to be called it as any software as RDBMS. He has proposed 12 rules which starts from 0 to 12. Okay, the main, or you just remember one or two, that's enough. Okay, so with these ideas, there in the market, so many products are came into picture. Right now I will take one small example. In my area only, one guy set up in a of like restaurant with the name called red bucket biryani. Within no time it got super hit. So in the opposite that shop only, another shop got with the name called green bucket biryani. Okay, so that is also got super hit. Another person got open shop with the name called purple color biryani, right? Yes or no? Have you seen so many examples like this? If you go to China, right? So many examples like this. So KFC, how many of you know about KFC? Huh? So in the market, if I go to the JN2 metro here, there is one shop with the name called BFC, Bobby Fried Chicken. So these are like, once you know the thought, once you know the idea, so many persons are there in the idea to follow or to replicate the same idea. Yes or no? Hello? Yes, so many. So, yeah, keeping these ideas database models in the market, there are so many market models comes into existence. So in that there are so many there, but there are mainly three commonly used. Okay, commonly used. One is hierarchy data model, network model, ER model, and relationship data model. Sir, I will open this link. Sir, these many models are there. Hierarchy, how many are there? Total 11 are there. So is it mandatory remember all of this? Absolutely not. No need to remember any one of these. You just for idea purpose. Okay. So the first ever DBMS model is hierarchical. Can you say, I will tell you one thing. How this is how shoes, women shoes, so this is how we are good. Can you tell who are working, this question is for the persons who are, can what is the hierarchy model that we are currently using in Windows? We regularly use that. What is that? Can you say any one example? Anyone? Any guesses at least? No, right? Okay, I will give that. No problem. Registry. Are we see, this is the registry. Local machine, software, uh, Microsoft. See, this is having hierarchical or not? Can anyone? So we are now. This is hierarchical model. Okay. Now, can you tell me with the for India? For India also we are having some constitutions, right? India constitution hierarchy. What is the Indian constitution here? I will open any one of these. I will open this one. Who is the head of our country? On the top, president, vice president, prime minister, parliament, council, Lok Sabha. This is the hierarchical model. Yes or no? See, this is the hierarchical model. Even our constitution is also following hierarchical model. Yes, right? Yeah. Coming to networking model. In the networking model, what will happen? We can form so many relationships. Okay, and this is how the college is there. In the college, we have CPAD, CSC department, and the library is there. And student is linked to the CSC and library. One more student is there, we can link to the library and to the same college to the different model. So this is one of the, but whenever the data got increased, it is more difficult to retrieve. So entity relationship model, what is mean by, generally we call it as a ER model. ER model will have some entities like that. Teacher, teacher works for department. Like that we have squares, flow chart for the ER entity model. Now, last is ER model, I mean relationship model, which is relational. How the data, which is our SQL server only. Okay, so this is how all these data models comes into picture. Okay, now this is done. So no need to remember anything. Just remember that what are the models. Okay, hierarchical network model, ER model, relation model. That's enough. Just remember the names. That's it. No need to remember every each and every point. Now we are going to talk about the editions. Sir, um, in every car, I will take example of a cars. If I want to purchase a car, what they will ask, what kind of car, what is the car that you are going to purchase? This is the first question that sales representative will ask. I will say Tata, um, something. What is the? Can you say some car names in Tata, please? Can you help me with any one of names? Okay, okay, okay. Another one. Guys, I am also having Tata car, but I forget. Okay. What is my car name? I don't know. Tata cars, cars. Not now, not now. What is that? Alt after that Altros cars. What is that? Altros. Which is my car? This is what is the car name? This one. Tiago. My car name. My car is also Tiago. In the Tiago. So what they will ask, sir? What is the color that you want? I said flame red. Sir, what is the midway? What is the variant that you want to like? We are having four variants. One is basic, mid variant, high variant plus. I said high variant plus. Okay, sir, this is the quotation. Okay, sir, you have to apply or you have to go for loan or you have however you want to like it so that I can. So this is how the conversation between started for me and the sales representative, right? The same way, for same way, we are also having editions in SQL Server. There are so many editions. I have collaborated all the editions from SQL Server 2005 to 2022. What are they? Enterprise edition, standard edition, work group edition, web edition, developer edition, express edition, data center edition, business intelligence, evolution edition, which is trial edition by default, which is 180 days. 180 days, if you license, that's well and good. If you not license, it is going to die. Die means it is not going to start, and you cannot able to connect as well. Embedded edition, compat edition, and parallel database PW edition. So these many editions are there. So in which server, in which version we see all these editions means, especially SQL Server 2018, I think 2008. Okay. So what happened if you give these many editions are there? People obviously will get confused. Why? Because too much security will leads to insecurity. Yes or no? Yeah. So I will let you one example. So you are having a house with 3 BHK, and you are going to lock have a lock for for each room. If you want to enter into one room, you have to open each and every time, like that is very high security but very inconvenience or not? Yes or no? So here also, if you want to purchase a product, so what you have to do? So what is the requirement? What is our requirement? What that software provides, right? These are everything we have to compare, right? So what's the difference between these two? Okay. And now, so in SQL Server 2018, we have they have categories like separated like two things. One is mainstream editions and the another is specialized editions. These many editions are there for SSIS, for BI, something they have integrated. Okay. Now I will now what is mean by editions here? Okay, editions means smart, how much hardware it is going to support, on which hardware it is going to support, how much software it is required to install that software, how much, what is the future that is going to support. These are the things that we have to see. For example, if if what's the difference between the editions means, what is the hardware it is going to support, what is the future that is going to support. For example, you got a ticket, you got a ticket. I want to install SQL Server 2019. Please check and let me know that you are using 2008 R2. Okay, so now what you will do? You will go and see this supporting matrix. Sir, you are going to drop an email. Hello team, we are using, if you want to install the SQL Server 2019, the minimum operating system that what we need to have is, what is that? Minimum 2019 or 2000, what is that? 2016. Up to 2016 we can install. But what operating system we are using? Windows Server 2008 we are using. Will be are we able to install? Hello? No. Why? Because the operating system is not itself not supporting, right? So this is how you need to see the support matrix and you have to reply it for the clients. Okay. Now I will let you know. Now what are that? See, every features we have so many features in the enterprise edition, in the standard edition, but we are not going to use all the features, right? See, if I don't use that price future, why should I pay? For example, sir, I am individual person, I am having a small company. Very small means very small. Do I but really need and to purchase a software with enterprise edition? Not required, right? So for me, developer is it good? I nobody. I'm just using the SQL for development purpose. Okay. Uh, I can go with the, at least if you want to pay, I can go for the standard edition. So in the standard edition, we are going to see that SQL Server editions. So, so here now I'm going to go to the latest 2024. Now if you see here, now you tell me. I'm right now we are seeing 2022 support features. If I use enterprise, so what is the RAM limitation or compute limitation that we are on? What is the maximum that operating system that we can do that? If I install SQL Server standard edition, it is limited only for sockets up to 24. If your operating system is having more than 24 cores, but you cannot utilize. Why? Because you are using standard edition. For example, if you want to use Express edition, what is the limitation that we are having? Only one socket up to R, or this one, or this one. Okay, you have to use this. You have to see this R symbol carefully. Four cores. Okay, so even though uh, even though I am having more than four cores, but you cannot utilize that. Why? Because your edition is limiting your for not using that the hardware that your operating system is having. Sir, one thing, sir, how I need to check my system info? This is for your homework for Monday. Sir, this is my laptop. Consider this is like a server. Now you got an email. Please provide the system info. How we need to check that software information? What is the name and everything? Just type info here. You will get this system information. Click on that. Sir, what is the operating system that I am using? Anyone? What is that software that I am using? 64-bit or 32-bit? If it is 84 here, 32. Yes, good. Okay. Light, very good. What is the computer name that I am having? Lenovo. What is the CPU name that I am using? i7. What is the generation? I7, seventh generation. I am using Intel. Yeah, mute yourself, please. Uh, so Intel i7. Wherever you see this double seven, right? It means seventh generation. If you see double eight, it means double eight or something eight. Whatever you see the first characters, okay, it means that generation. If it is 11, 11th generation. Okay, what is the capacity that I am having? 2 gigahertz. How many cores are there? How many logical processes are there? Okay. Now, what is the processor name that I am using? Intel. Sir, how many? Sir, this is very careful. Who are going to put some fake experience, right? Can you mute everyone? Mute yourself. We are hearing lot of noise. Okay. Now, one of my friend was asked in the interview question, silly thing. Okay. See, you tried everything, your best, and but somewhat you are feeling like uh, nervous. The person who are doing interview, he knows about you that you are very good at internals and with subject and everything, but this guy had don't have knowledge. Not then he will ask such one question like, what is the CPU that you are using in your organization? Can anyone tell what is the CPU that you are using in your organization? Can anyone say, anyone name? Mm, yeah, okay. I'm not asking that company name. I'm asking the CPU name. Name, Intel, Ryzen, something like that. Not the company name. Sir, let me forget that question as well. I will answer later. Sir, how many companies are there who manufactures CPU, sir? Intel. Yes or no? Ryzen? Yeah, very good, very good. Who are Intel, AMD, Ryzen? AMD is Ryzen is from AMD only. Uh, are we all using mobile phones, right? In mobile phones, are we using AMD or Intel? Which one we are using? Yes. Another one, what you are seeing this one, Qualcomm. Qualcomm, right? Qualcomm is also one company who manufactures CPUs for mobiles. Yes or no? So I will let you know. Sir, in CPU also we are having desktop or server based for that. So what we are seeing i9, i7, i5, i3, XP, Intel Core, Pentium, all these are desktop operating system CPUs. We are not going to use these softwares in the real time. In the server, what we are going to use? Server CPUs. What is, just remember, servers processes. What is that CPU processing? See, what is the CPU name? Intel. This is the CPUs that we are going to use in the real time. Okay, so you just tell that Intel Xeon processor we are using. Okay, so you can say 32 cores or 64 cores. Okay, you don't remember don't remember this number. Nobody will we are, if anybody use what is the CPU, what is the server, what is the CPU that you are going to use in your organization. Okay, then you have to say Intel Xeon with I think like 32 or 64. You have to say like this. Okay, and what is the RAM that you are having? It is like 64, like 1 TB. That many softwares we are having, that much memory software. I will let you know in upcoming classes. We are going to talk in detail about this, all these limitations. Just for time being I am saying this. Okay, so now you tell me, what is the edition means? It is, what is the hardware it is going to support, and what are the features it is going to support? Yes or no? Did you got the clarity? Okay. Okay, now you got right. Editions means these two things: how much hardware it is going to support, and what are the features it is going to support. You just remember this simple line is enough. Okay, well, okay. Now, now, sir, is this mandatory to remember all of these names? No, sir. These are all are dead. All are dead. Only few, only few are there. I will let you know what are they. I'm opening that notepad. Editions of SQL Server. Okay, so sir, some organizations are like very like they don't follow the rules and regulations. What they will do, I will explain you one scenario. There is one of my friend is there who install the SQL Server for every 6 months. Okay, so why? Because he will use one up to 180 days. After that, he uninstall that SQL Server and he install another SQL Server, and he will almost say these are like companies. Nobody will do that. Only few companies. But I want to let you the use case as well. So yeah, what is the evolution edition means? Trial edition. In the trial edition, all the futures what we are seeing in enterprise, all futures, all futures from enterprise we used to get for 180 days. Sir, 180 days means how many months? Huh? 6 months, right? Approximately 6 months. Okay. Nobody will use this, but for only few companies. Sir, what is the highest edition, sir? What is the highest edition? Enterprise edition. So, enterprise means max everything. There is no everything is there. Okay, how much hardware that you are using, that much hardware it is going to use. Every future what it is been there in enterprise you are going to use. There is no this is everything. Once it enterprise, everything, there is nothing to talk. Okay, means everything, right? Now what is that another edition that we are using? Standard edition. Okay, in standard edition we have some limitations. Hardware wise we have used some limitations. Yes or no? And futures wise we are having some limitations. Okay, uh, next, now what is that edition? Developer edition. Very good. Developer edition. Sir, developer edition up to 2014 is, up to 2014 is paid. Paid, sir. How much it could be? Around $50. Up to 2014 we have to pay. Sir, what is mean by developer here? What developer edition means? You can install the SQL Server of developer edition in your organization, but No application or user has to get connected and do the transactions. Only for development purpose you have to use. No application should get connected to the developer edition. Okay. Hello. Oh, yeah, this is the thing. Okay, sir. Nowadays, for all these testing editions and everything, we are using developer only. Okay, sir. I use developer edition. I can connect to the application. How could Microsoft knows that I'm using developer edition for production purpose? Sir, this is like some ethical values or that something or that, right, sir? But nowadays Microsoft have become very smart, so by any chance they will let you know, they will write you and they will show you. Okay. And coming to another edition, what famously we are using Express edition. So what are the Express edition that we are mainly using? What we have seen, one socket or four cores. Yes or no? What is the what is there is no SQL agent. There is no SQL agent. How much? I will better to Google it. SQL Server Express support. Yes, please. Yes. Yeah. Developer edition up to 2014. If you want to purchase developer edition, you have to pay $50. For after 2016 onwards, it's free. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So there is no Excel feature, but up to I think 10 GB, up to 10 GB only the database it is going to support. In the express edition, these two are very free. Okay, so in the express edition you can directly use it. Okay, but there is a limitation, only four cores, there is no SQL agent, only up to 10 GB. Now you tell me, in the organization, do we have only data with 10 GB? Don't it grow, right? Data, whenever we are maintaining installing software or database software, obviously the data has to grow, right? That's the reason, right? We are maintaining this much of software and this much of time we are spending to learning this software. So these are the additions that you are going to see in the real time, mostly 99.9% enterprise, first enterprise, standard, developer, express edition. Remaining all editions are like not at all using, very few clients that they are using. Okay. Now now this is the thing. Okay, now what we are going to see, the licensing, very important. Okay, nobody will talk about this licensing word part. Sir, uh, this is done. Where that went? SQL Server supports two kinds of licenses are there. Sir, what is mean by that? What are they? One is core based license, server plus cal license. So, sir, now I'm opening how I can see what is I'm going to task manager, click on that performance tab. If I see CPU, how many cores are there? Four. Why I'm seeing that logical processor 8 here? Can anyone guess? Yes, exactly. What is the technology name that for that? That's okay, hybrid. What is that? But there is particular name, especially for Intel family. Hyper threading. Hyperthreading. So whenever you have a time, you just go to the Google and type what is hyperthreading in Intel CPUs. Sir, in simple things, if you are having one hand, it will become as a two hands. It will work as a two hands. That is called Intel hyperthreading. So even though I am seeing four cores, but I am having like similar to eight processors, eight cores. Okay, eight threads. Okay, so for that, if you are having the processor rights, you have to register for this thing or this thing. Which one? You have to register. That is the first question that I want to ask you. I am having eight, okay, or I am having four. Which one Microsoft is going to do the bill for the four or for eight? Sure. If I do the core right, core based only, but uh, if I do the billing for four, does Microsoft give the for example, let's assume that I'm charging 4,000 thousand rupees in general terms. It's not in thousand, it's in lakhs or in dollars. Okay, so if I charge one core for 1,000 rupees, I am going to pay 4,000. So I'm if I'm paying eight, if I do bill for eight, I will get 8,000. Now you tell me, 8,000 is better or 4,000 is better? 4,000. Man, you are getting money. You are not giving the money. Which one is better? 8,000 is better. So nowadays, previously when this technology not invented, it is going to charge for cores. Nowadays, it is going to charge for the cores and threads as well. Okay. Now, it's in order to explain better. So now I will let you know. So I am when the SQL Server see pricing. Now I'm keeping screen like this here. So how anyone good in maths, please? So okay, keep your open your calculator and help me with that. So what is that, sir? What is the license that is going to how many types Microsoft SQL Server supports? One is core-based license, one is server plus cal license. Sir, what is my core by license means how many codes that you are having, that many codes you have to pay. For time being, I am selecting as a 4. Okay, this is consider my sorry. Please consider this as my server operating system. How many codes are there for me? 4. Good. Okay. Right. Right. I want to purchase enterprise. For how minimum how many cores I have to purchase? 2 core. Okay. How many I'm having here? 4. Right. If I want means I can purchase. I have to purchase 2. Right. Yes or no? Yes. Very good. I mean I want to purchase two enterprise packages, 2 core. Okay, what is the price for this? 15, 1, 2, 3 into what is the dollar price into 2, right? Into 2. For the 4, this is the what is the dollar price? Huh? 80. So okay, man, 83 or 82. Okay, I will leave it to the God. The remaining amount I will go with the 80. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I'm taking the round figure. See this 24. Okay, I am giving it 24,000 here. For core CPU license, I am going to praise this thing. Can anyone read me how much it is? 24 lakhs 19,068 rupees I have to pay. This is per retail purpose, retail. So means once you paid, that's well and good. Okay. Now, yeah. So yeah, that's the reason. See, I'm having 4 cores, right? For 4 cores, I have to multiply into 2. Then only I get to 4 cores, right? 2 core mean, for example, I will let you know. Uh, if I go to in general selling business, what will happen? There are two models are there, retail on wholesale? Yes or no? If I go to the wholesale shop, boss, I will, I want to purchase this product. What they will say, sir, I'm not going to sell one product. At least you have to purchase two pieces. Then only I have to give. So this is the part. My system is having only one core, sir. But Microsoft won't give the enterprise license. Even though you are having one core, definitely you have to purchase two core, at least minimum two core. Okay. So for one server, sir, this is one server I need to pay 24 lakhs 19,000. Like this, I'm having in my organization, assume like this is this blind calculation. I'm having 100 servers. How much I need to pay? Yes, please. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Per core. It's not. It's a two core pack. It's two core. You are having 19, right? 19 by 2. 19 by 2. How much? How much? Yeah, 8. Yes. I mean, 8 times you have to purchase that dollars. 15 into 15, 1 to. Yes, yes, I will let you know. Still, there is so much thing is there. Okay. Okay. There is so much tooling. Then I will let you know. Okay. Now, for 4 core CPU only, I am paying 24 lakhs 19,000. Let's assume that I am having 100 systems. What how much I need to pay? With the same configuration only I am having into 100. Okay. Now, I am pricing this thing into this much. Can anyone help me with reading this number in Indian currency? 24 cores. 920. Yeah. See, 24 cores that we have to pay for the for 100 servers, which is having 4 cores configuration CPU for enterprise. Okay. So, for example, huh? This is a one-time pay. Retail license. This is called retail license. We are having subscriptions as well. Okay, I will let you know that as well. Okay, we are having add-ons. See, if you see here, what is the license here? You are having pricing, pay as you go, subscription, software assurance. We are so much very things are there. Okay, first of all, why we are all discussing here? Even though I am having 8 plus of years of IT experience, I didn't involve in licensing part. Who are going to involve in licensing part? Who will give the authority? It means database architects and higher management will involve in they will get that licensing part. But sometimes if you are very fortunate person, okay, then the you may get a chance to involve in that. Otherwise you never ever worked in licensing part. They will give the licensing and everything, you just install and take care of remaining things. Okay. First, but in the interview, we have if any questions. So for example, we have not discussed this topic and you have went for interview. At that time, they will ask that what are the license model that Microsoft SQL Server supports. If you get this question, what will you answer? Nothing, right? Boom. So you will lose some kind of impression, right? So for that purpose, for knowledge sake purpose, for interview purpose, we are discussing this, but we are not going to work really on this. Okay. Now this good, well and good, sir. up to here is well and good. All these what we are discuss comes under what? Core based license. Okay, core based license. Now what is the another version that we are having? Server plus call. Sir, you remember, you tell me, I want SQL server. I want SQL server, but there are hardly 10 users they can connect to the SQL server. Do I really need, I really need this much of amount? Not at all required. Okay. If your organization is unable to calculate how many users are there, the user count is more, then you have to go with the core based license. And these many users are going to use MySQL server, then you can go with the server plus CAL model. What is mean by CAL? Client access list means how many users are there connecting to the SQL server. Now, sir, I will go with the one some rough calculation. What is that? There are 10 users who connect to the SQL server. Now you tell me what is that standard server call here? $230. Where is my calculator? 230. Sorry. $230. Okay, well good, well and good. Now, sorry, this one, sorry. I'm taking that standard server. Okay. What is that okay. So server, what is that? Where is my calculator? I'm doing this. 989. 98. First, I have to pay the server license 989. Okay. What is the remaining thing? I'm having 200 how many users are there? I said that $230. 10 users. Per user, you have to pay $1030. Okay. So $10. Okay. Let's assume that. For example, I will keep this aside. 230, sorry, 230 into 10. How much? $2031 plus 989. See, 3,289 I need to pay into 80 rupees. Uh, Now, see, now you tell me, this one is good, this one is good. Sir, it's all depends. Whenever anyone asks this kind of questions, first you have to go through the what is your requirement. You have to ask this first question. I cannot say that this one is good and this one is good. Let's assume that if I say this one is good, right? Okay. So now the users count has been increased to 10. What about I increase like that? If you keep on increasing the users list like that, this will become more, 10 times more than this. Yes or no? So now if you know how many SQL servers, how many users are there that they are going to use SQL server. If you know the users, then this one is good. And there is no user count, and then this is the good. Okay, you have to act based on the situations. Okay. Yeah, yeah, sir, that's all comes under ethical and everything, right? Hmm. Maybe some restrictions are there. I don't know from how the Microsoft is going to deal that. But these are like building, sir. I will let you know, sir. I will let you know how what could be the process and everything. I will let you know. Okay. So, sir, I'm having right now. This is up to now we are good. Are you clear, right? What up to now what we are all discussed here? Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. Now, sir, now what I want to do, I got a chance. I'm very fortunate person. Let's assume like that. Okay. So I got a license. Now what I will do, company has ordered 100 license from 1, 2, 3 4 sorry 3 4 I used to make license like this. So I used to maintain license key like this. Is it good or wrong? If I maintain keys like this, is this best? Is it considered the best way or not? So let's assume that I'm maintaining license key like this. Assume that I my Windows my OS got virus and it file got corrupted. Boom. What happened? Your entire data, your entire keys that what you have maintained is gone. Finish, right? So with this concept, what Microsoft came into picture, what the idea of Microsoft came into this, they have came with that volume based license. What is that, sir? Volume based license. Okay, so volume based license means what? Means like whatever it could be 100, like what I'm saying 5 words. So this is the volume based license. Just like I'm not giving some numbers, okay? This is called volume based license key. So now, sir, you know our requirement. I'm having 100 servers, and each server is having 8 cores, 8 cores, and I need to have enterprise enterprise license I want. This is the information that I'm having with me. Okay. So now what I need to do here is I need to contact with sales here. Okay. I just type it. Just chat with it. So now this salesperson team will get back will get touch with you. See, now I just previously I want to had some chat before coming to the session. I just had some chat here. You can see that. See what I asked you, I want to purchase SQL Server 2022 per single server. This is the is it once or need to pay yearly? This license is one time payment usually. So whatever doubts that you had, you just come here and contact with Microsoft team and give her all details. You just had conversation. They will let you know what is the what there are so much thing is there to discuss. See, now pay as you go. Pay as you go comes under in Azure. Subscriptions and add-ons will comes under for on-prem as well as this thing. Sir, uh, this is for the retail price. Okay, sir, I don't have that much of money, sir, in my organization. To be frank, I need to invest the some money for for another things. So then per per 2 core pack for one time you need to pay $15, 15,123. You can go with the year based. Why? Because I'm newly startup company, I don't know, after 2 3 years I may exist or I may lose. So why should I pay? So I can go with the license this thing. Subscription you have to pay per year if you want to go with the enterprise subscription based model. Okay. So again you have enterprise assurance editions. Okay. So all these things. Okay, I will end this chart. You know, right? How you need to tackle all these license issues. Okay. So these are like all these benefits. Okay, whatever you do, you just collected the information and talk to the chart people, sales people. They will give you each and every information. Now you tell me. uh, Now, yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. See, I will let you know. Once they have given retail price, it means that, so until the hardware supports, until that how much like SQL Server supports like 2027, you can use that no matter. See, is it 2005 expired or not? Hello. Yeah, 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 yes, yeah, 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 yeah. So if you purchase that, right, you can use it for lifetime. Okay, once support ended, for example, uh, what are the software that we are seeing that is not vulnerable for today or tomorrow? What about day after tomorrow? There are so many technologies evolving like that, so many things, right? We cannot even assume that. For example, let's assume that we are using 2024 software retail license, which which will expire, just like assuming that, which will expire in 2024 December 31st. Doesn't mean that we can use only up to 31st. You can use it whenever, up to how long your operating system use that, but you don't get support from Microsoft. Okay? Yes, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you don't get support, but you can use. But whereas if you go with the subscription model, you cannot use that. Why? Because you have purchased for only 1 year. Okay. Now, now what I need to do here is, sir, volume license cases key. Sir, I have a data. So I have given to the Microsoft team people that I need to install this for 100 users. Yes or no? Yes, I have given. They have given this key for 100 users. Now we will make agreement. Microsoft and me and make some agreements. I am going to pay some initial amount, and they will give the key. They will give the key, and I am going to use every key in my 100 computers or more than 100 plus computers. It's my wish. It's my wish. Okay, I can use that. Sir, ethically leave it that all aside. I can use this key as my number of in a number of even though I purchased for 100 times, for 100 systems, but I can install 100 plus computers. But what will happen at the end of the year, auditing year or whatever it could be, Microsoft come to your organization and he will calculate. He will Microsoft will do audit for everything. So now they will list down. We have given license for 100 servers, but you are using for 150 servers. So plus additionally, you have to pay 50 license cost for 50 servers. This is the one of the way how Microsoft deal with license. But here is a catch. What is that? Sir, will Microsoft do all these nonsense? Will go each and every company to do this auditing? No, Microsoft will not do. Will cascade this work to another companies. So can you name some companies, auditing companies? Hello, JP Morgan. Yes, yes, ENY. Very good. Deloitte, JP Morgan, something another company, PwC. So okay, I will go with Deloitte. Okay, so naming, okay, Deloitte. So they have cascade the work to another companies. Okay, these companies will go and audit the data and will they submit data to the to those guys, to the Microsoft. For that they will pay some amount for these companies. So this is how, sir. This is all one of the use case, sir. This is all one of the use case. Okay, and tomorrow, like this is how license key works. Tomorrow how I'm going to show how to download the ISO files, how to embed this license in the setup file in the organization. If I go, if I double click that, automatically key will get pop up, right? You no need, nobody will give, Harsha, take this license key, you just install this software. Nobody will give the license key. They will embed the serial key in the setup itself. Yes or no? Hello. Yes, so I will show you that part, and we are going to see the installations from tomorrow. Tomorrow means from Monday onwards. There is Saturday, Sundays are no classes. Okay, and tomorrow means Monday onwards. We are going to see the installations. Okay, so is there any doubts in today's class? If not, I will stop the recording. So on the all your confirmation, I'm stopping the convert.